Hey everybody, it's Brooke. Thanks for joining us. I'm back with my Fauxbo, the Golden Treasury of Poetry, which is my Fauxbo / daily junk journal. This time I am working on week 15, which is April 9th through the 15th. So let's just jump right in. This is where we stopped last time. I had been working on the other side of this scrapbook page that I cannibalized out of an old photo album that I found. And it was the kind where you used to put in your snapshots with these photo corners. I don't know if you can really see it because it's black on black, but these are the photos that were actually in the book, and they were just of some vague scenery that sort of had faded out, but I liked how they looked. So I left it in and put my date circle and talked about the weather. I used a jelly roll, and I think it was a glaze, and it kind of spread out and got weird. It's textured, you can feel it, but it wasn't as clear as I'd hoped it would be, so that was a little disappointing, but what are you going to do? So I've got a tag stuck in here. This journal, which is Grandma's, oh, that's got a terrible glare, sorry. Grandma's kitchen drawer sold that day, so I was very excited but sad because I loved making her, and I just made her into a pocket, and there's a tag stuck in there that was talking about what was going on, kind of a quiet day. I matted that with a vintage doily and used some of the ribbon that was left from the journal stuck in a sticker. So that was the 9th of April. Oh, I should probably use that piece of paper to cover it up so you don't get sensory overload. There we go. This was the 10th of April, and the background is just a collage that I made with bits that were laying on my desk. Used my date circle on this photo, used some jelly plated address labels that I'd made. Beautiful picture. We all went to Denny's and to Joann's because I think that they didn't have school that day, so we went on a road trip. And this flips over and there's journaling on the back that I did. Oh, yep, no school. I did on a coffee dyed guest check, which I really like, but I have the flimsy kind, so it helps to have them on something else. And then I left this blank because this is actually packing tape that I jelly printed, and I love how it looks. Maybe we'll do a video about that. Oh, and a tomato label, just because I love tomatoes and I love labels. So there it is. The next page is April 11th, which happens to be my older baby's birthday. So I let my younger baby play a little bit of hooky, and we went to pick Olivia and her boyfriend up to go to breakfast. That was the 11th, and I did some journaling in here with the weather and everything. Stuck that funny little sticker in there because Olivia loves funky owls and llamas. And so this folds out. The background page was, I don't even know what the original background was. Might have just been computer paper. Used my distress stains, did some journaling here about the day. It was so weird that she's 20. And then I managed to stuff a lot of photos in here. This was the place we went for breakfast, and then that is tipped in with washi tape. And when I tip in with washi tape, just as an FYI, let me scoot this down a little, I always reinforce it with glue, like a glue stick, because I don't trust washi. I think it was originally made for wrapping packages, so it's removable, and I would hate to go through and find all my things just falling out at some point. So just a tip. I'm sure you all knew that. But this flips up anyway, and then there's this hysterical photo that says Happy Easter. This is me in the hospital about 3 hours before Olivia was born, and the look on my face is priceless. Changed my mind. Gotta go. Bye. And that's exactly how I felt. I remember that very clearly. But this is a sticker that I painted anyway, and that's another one that's available for free on our Facebook page, which will be linked down below. And that was Easter Day 1998, so I did some journaling about that. And then here is another Project Life card, and that flips up as well, and there are photos of Olivia from various birthdays up until recently. So I love how that came out. It makes me sad still to look at it, though. I can't believe how fast she's growing. Awful proud of her, though. Anyway, so then underneath, I put in a little quote sticker and our receipt from breakfast. We went and got our nails done, so I put a card in there from the place we went. This was a picture that the girls drew on the tablecloth, the paper that they cover the table with. And this is both girls drawing while we were waiting for our breakfast. And that made me laugh because that reminds me of them for years and years and years. We used to carry what we called their fun packs, which were little mini-sized pink backpacks. And whenever we went anywhere, they were in charge of packing their fun packs. So there were always crayons and markers and coloring books and blank paper. And that picture reminded me of those days. So that was the 11th, and I really like how that one came out. And then going right along, this was the 12th, and the background page was just a piece of scrapbook paper, and I tipped in this guest book page that I had coffee dyed, did some journaling about the day, used my date stamp. Once again, apparently I was on a tear. This is one of the stickers that I painted, or images that I painted and turned into a sticker that you can get on Facebook. Talked about what went on that day, and this flips up scoot it down for some more journaling. We got our Bluetooth scale that day. That thing is terrifying. I feel like it's spying on me. Every time I walk in my bedroom, I feel like it's judging me. And then I put this Project Life card in because even though it was snowing that night, I heard spring peepers, and it made me so happy. And then there's a little bit of journaling on the back of that. So kind of some secret journaling if a person wanted it to be secret. I guess if I'm giving it out there to the world, it's not all that secret. So then the next page was Friday the 13th. Yeah. And again, that was just the back of that scrapbook paper was the base page. I made a pocket with some dot grid paper, glued it on there, and put in a news story that was quite irritating to me. I just folded it up and made a tag out of this washi tape. But then on here, again, no school. It was the beginning of April vacation, and we decided that it was a good morning to have waffles and Nestle Quick because that's the breakfast of champions, right? So I made Belgian waffles, and we all hung out, and I had a really fun time doing this little sketch in watercolor. This is the dot grid paper from Michaels. It held up really nicely to the watercolor. It's a little pilly, but not bad at all, and I was pleased with that. So that was the 13th, and then going right along to the 14th. This was a Saturday, and it was Victoria's awards banquet for main attraction, which is Color Guard. So I did a little collage in Photoshop of a bunch of pictures from some competitions and from the day, and some of the things that she got, her gag gifts and her real gift. And I even got a pin. I got a main attraction pin because I'm a good mom. So I snipped the back off the pin and just stapled it in here in its little plastic bag so I could keep it. And that flips up, and there's a pocket in there as well. And that's a photo. Well, I probably shouldn't show that because it's the whole team. Whoops, sorry. And then I made a photocopy of Victoria's Achievement Award and stuck it in there so that she can keep it, the original herself, but I have a little record. So that was fun to have a pocket on there, and that was just the other side of the previous page's pocket, if that makes sense. So then finally, the 15th was a Sunday, and again, it was the other side of that scrapbook paper. And I did some doodling on a piece of coffee-dyed index card. This was directly inspired by Candice Dilhoff, and I love her work, just beautiful. She does all these big, colorful swirls and Zentangly flowers and stuff. I will link her down below. That's a lie. The nice old man will do it for me. But you should definitely check her out because her stuff is gorgeous. So I just did the doodling and the painting and some various journaling. Not much going on that day. And yes, it snowed again. April 15th, and it snowed. Gotta love Maine. So that is pretty much it for that week. I've started doing just week by week because my business manager told me that I talked too much and that they were too long. So this has gone on 10 minutes. That seems like a reasonable amount of time. So thanks so much for being here. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe so you don't miss us. And all our stalking places on the interwebs will be listed down below, including our Etsy shop. Constantly new stuff going in there as well, so check it out if you'd like. And I think that's about it. So thanks for joining me, and you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.